Disclaimer: the following Boundless PodTrap episode contains strong opinions that some listeners may and will find offensive. If you cannot accept or respect others with a differing opinion from yours, then fuck off.
Rolling sound.
I like turtles.
Alrighty. Let me see your war face.
Now, y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?
Picture it. Sicily, 1920.
Aren't we fucking funny?
Streaming from the Midwest, right in the middle of the U.S. From Omaha, Nebraska, you're listening to the Boundless PodTrap, your entertainment podcast where we touch on all topics, from the crazy and absurd to the sacred and profane, and even the useless and unnecessary. The Boundless PodTrap knows no bounds. And now, here are your hosts.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 29 of the Boundless PodTrap. I'm Jeremy, and as always, I am joined by not Justin and Lonnie. We're switching things up here today for you, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have Lonnie and Justin's wives here. And I mean, they each have one wife. They don't have multiple wives. We've got Crystal, who is Justin's wife, and Tracy, who is Lonnie's wife. How are you ladies doing?
Doing swell.
Great.
You ready to do this?
Sure, if you're ready.
You ladies aren't really normally in front of microphones, or I should say behind microphones. You're Tracy. I just don't feel like you are much of a person that talks a lot. Like
no.
I've known you for.
I don't talk much.
I've known you for a little over a year now, and yeah, I mean, you're just so soft spoken. You did introduce me to Impossible Meat, which is amazing because I can eat things now that I normally couldn't. Yep. I'm craving those sloppy joes.
Oh, and I made burgers with them last week, and they're fantastic.
I'm trying to get my family into this Impossible Meat stuff, but
I just make it and don't tell them.
Yeah, well, it's way more expensive than regular.
It is, but it's going down. It's only about $6 now, and I've been catching it on sale and getting them for like $2 a pound.
I think I'm going to have to just start buying more of it, or just start buying it myself. Mm-hmm. But Crystal, you know, God bless you for being married to Justin.
God bless America.
That's definitely that's like a full-time job in itself, I would imagine.
Yeah, I pretty much have like 3 kids.
You do. As you can hear them in the background.
Yep. This
is a very different episode today. Not only do we have the wives here, but the children are here too, and that includes Justin. Unfortunately, Lonnie is not here because he is still recovering from his surgery. Tracy, how is he doing?
He's pretty miserable right now. He had skin removed from his leg and attached to his feet, and they let him unwrap his leg, but it'll still be a few more days before see what his feet look like.
Oh, and the pictures that I saw looked so incredibly painful. Yeah, I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, when he sent us the picture when he went and they scraped like 2 layers, it looked wet. His wound looked wet. And that's I don't know. And I don't know how the sun did. How did the sun do that?
I have no idea. The only guess we have is he recently painted the deck of the boat white. And he thought the reflection was there. And then his medicine. It was ridiculous. The sun shouldn't punish you that bad for 4 hours.
It shouldn't. But it's definitely taught me a lesson. If I'm in the sun for more than a minute, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to turn into Lonnie.
Yeah, we are the poster children for sunscreen at this point.
Yeah, you should be for sure. I've heard like people like they use fish skin when like they do skin grafts on people or something like that.
Yeah, they do that if you don't have enough skin of your own to replace.
I think it would have been ironic if you had to get fish skin.
That would have been kind of great.
Getting a sunburn from fishing. So let's start with you, Crystal. Tell us a little bit about what you do every day, your day-to-day life.
Yeah, so I'm an IT consultant for a broker-dealer by the name of Securities America. And I've been with the company for, I want to say like this year will be 11 years. Wow. So I've been there for a while, and it doesn't seem like it, but it's been that long. So I pretty much wake up every day, Monday through Friday.
That's a good way to start your day by waking
just
up.
wake up and be like, oh, all right, well. And then I usually take the kiddos to daycare, so I got to get them ready, take them to daycare, and then I go back home. I've been working from home because of the whole COVID pandemic for about a year and a half now.
What,
and,
COVID? What is that?
Yeah. Oh, it's this thing that goes around and, people.
Infects people?
Yeah. It turns them into zombies. But yeah, so I've been working from home for about a year and a half. Yeah, what I do, I mean, it doesn't like the position that I'm in sounds like really fancy, but it's really not. I do a lot of third-party vendor reviews. If one of our financial professionals wants to use a vendor outside of Securities America, they usually bring it to our group, and I'm usually the one that facilitates the vendor reviews for whoever that vendor is. But I also wear just a bunch of different hats with our group in general. And so I'm not going to really go into the details because it's really not that fun to talk about. And people are like, oh my God, this chick is so boring.
So it's basically, it's a desk job.
It is.
I can't do desk jobs. If I have to sit on my butt all day.
No, I have to get up and like stretch out a little bit. And actually working from home for me is awesome because I'm at home. And so I can get up, get a glass of water without being interrupted by people just asking me stupid questions or whatever. And like, then, during my lunchtime, I can fix myself my food and maybe do some dishes if I feel like it. But a lot of times I just take naps anyway. So,
get paid to take naps. Why not?
So in a nutshell, that's kind of what I do day in and day out.
And you're pretty physically fit, it looks like. You do competitions, correct?
I sort of do. I will be prepping here soon for a bodybuilding show in November. That's down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But before this show, the last show that I did was back in June of 2017. And then before that show, I did 3 other shows that were kind of like a year and a half apart or so. And so I would say before the show that I did back in 2017, the last show that I did was, I think, the fall of 2013. I just got so burnt out doing it because, prepping takes time. You got to prep your food. You got to wake up and, do your fasted cardio. And then you got to go back into the gym and train. And so it takes a lot of time. And I was actually surprised at how I was able to kind of schedule everything out when I did it back in 2017 because I had Zora and she was small. I think she was probably 2 or 3 years old or whatever at the time, and just trying to take care of her, still go to work, and still prep my food. But then also on top of that, you got your expenses. So you have to like rent your suit and get your tanning appointment done, if you want it done professionally. And you also have to register for the organization that you're doing the bodybuilding show through. So I don't know. So I thought about it a lot this year, but there's a lot of people that they're the ones who kind of drove me into trying out another show this year because they're like, oh, you should really try one. Just do it. I'm like, okay, fine.
I would imagine the dieting is pretty intense getting ready for that.
Yeah. So right now my coach has me, I think he has me at about 3,500 calories a day, which is pretty high. But when come time to prepping for the show, I mean, I'm probably going to be, I'm assuming, getting down to like 1,600 calories. So that's a huge drop. But I mean, it's not like we're going to go from 3,500 right down to, 1,600. We're going to, slowly over time drop the calories as we kind of go along. And then that's how I get leaned out. So.
And that once the competition's over, I imagine that you probably hit like a Taco Bell drive-through pretty hard.
More like IHOP and just stuff my face with a whole bunch of pancakes.
How many pancakes can you eat? Because I saw it was a commercial for, I don't know if it was IHOP or Village Inn, but they're just like, have 1 pancake or 10 pancakes. Like, who the hell can eat 10 pancakes? I get
Right.
sick after eating half of one. So.
It depends on the day. I can eat 3 if they're stacked. I don't know.
Lots of syrup. Do you douse it in syrup?
Yes and no. Like, I don't know. The pancake themselves can't soak up all the syrup because then it just gets, too soggy and gross. Like, I don't like that. Like, I like to still have it fluffy, but still have the taste of the syrup. So,
I imagine because of who you're married to, I imagine you like garlic, or are you sick of garlic?
I'm sick of garlic.
Ah.
I don't like garlic.
You hear that? She's sick of garlic.
I like garlic sometime, just not all the time.
Just not in your cereal.
No.
Not in your milk.
Like he tries to, secretly like put the crap into my, stuff. I'm like, no, I don't want any garlic. I'm good.
He's a garlic ninja.
He's like, hey, what's that? No.
Now, Tracy, you told me too, you were also preparing for this competition in Tulsa too. So you will be going up against Crystal.
Right, no.
So Tracy, tell us about what you do.
Well, I work for the local hospital. Don't know what questions you're going to ask me, so I won't associate them because they're big on that.
Wait a minute. So like, do you have to like sign paper? You can't talk about your job? Is that what you're saying? Or certain aspects of your job?
Yeah, no, it's if I am doing something and associate their name to it, they get very picky.
I gotcha. No, we won't ask the name of the company. But
I do medical billing where if an insurance company denies something, I argue with them.
You argue with them?
Yes.
But okay.
Yeah. Right? I'm pretty good at it, though.
Have you raised your voice to somebody before?
No, I will just point out to them why they're dumb.
You threaten them.
I just read them their own policy. And I'm like, so why was this not paid? Because it says right here.
Now that you say it, it's just like, I just don't know that I could ever hear you arguing with somebody. Because you are just like, I think, one of the nicest people. You're very caring and giving and wanting people. I'm not taking it. Crystal's looking at me like, what? I'm not.
You're right. No. Come on.
But it's just like, you seem very nurturing, I think is the word I'm thinking of. But I feel like it would take a lot to really set you off. Somebody could like burn your house down and on purpose. And you're like, well, that's okay. You must have had a reason.
Right?
But then you also, you're married to Lonnie, so that also is no cakewalk either.
Yeah, there's always a line to draw. It's like, okay. The insurance company tried to bill us for 2 of his visits already.
Oh, yes.
And I called them and pointed out to them. Like, they said, well, you had to be referred by the doctor that sent you. And I was like, well, I was on this day. There you go.
You put them in their place.
And then they go, oh, okay. And then they went away for 15 minutes and thought about it. And then they came back and said, we'll be reprocessing.
They're like, oh, shoot, we're dealing with a professional here. They just called us on our bull crap.
Right.
So.
No, I won't pay you $900 for no reason. Reprocess it.
How long have you been doing that job?
With the hospital, I've only been there 3 years. I learned to do it at Midwest Eye Care, and I was there for 8. So.
Oh, wow. And did COVID really affect your job?
It has in a way. They sent me home before I had the baby, and then they decided because of COVID they weren't going to bring me back. And now that they have discovered how easy it is to not have people in the office, they have sold my desk, and I'm not invited back. I have to stay home.
All right.
Oh, geez.
Thank you. Wow. That's very. It's interesting to hear people's their job experience with COVID. I mean, it didn't affect me too much. My store that I work at only shut down for like a month and a half, and I still had a job with them. But yeah, it's interesting, some of the things, especially people that work in offices. It sounds like a lot of the offices don't really want to have the people come back.
Right.
I think that the fact that they know that people can work at home now for over a year, there's like, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and some of the businesses, actually kind of see that as a really good thing because then they don't have to worry about rented space.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you're able to work from home and you're still being productive the same way that you were in the office, then you might as well just keep working from home, and then we don't have to lease out this extra space for if people aren't going to be coming back, or some people are still scared about getting COVID. So,
I mean, yeah, you're saving on electricity if you don't have people in the building.
Right.
I don't know.
It makes people happier to work from home too, so they
I think
take
so
it as an employee. good thing.
I don't know that I could work from home. I mean, it depends on what I'm doing, I guess, but I have to kind of be around people.
Yeah.
Because I'm a goofball and I have to try to make people laugh and do stupid stuff. So,
Well, that sounds like fun.
right? So let's start with you, Tracy. Tell us how you and Lonnie met. Let's hear the love story.
I have known Lonnie since I was 12.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Yeah, he was in a punk band back in the day, and he calls her his sister. It was a neighbor girl of his that he used to babysit. She was my best friend, so we went out to see him together, and I've known him. He's been my best friend for a long time.
So you really, when you first saw him, you didn't like have those feelings. You were just like, oh, this guy's kind of a cool guy.
Yeah, he was cool and he's cute, but I was 12, so...
Different time then,
yeah. We started dating when I was just about to turn 16, and then we got married at 18. So.
And how long have you been married now?
11? Nope, more than that. What year is it?
I can't math right now.
Yeah. No, it's 14 years.
Man, I've seen pictures of Lonnie when he was younger, and it's kind of incredible how different he looks. It's there's some like me. I've looked the same my whole life, except now I have a beard. But like Lonnie, he looks like different stages. Justin has always looked kind of the same. I mean, he did have hair at one point,
Yes.
long hair, which
Long, luscious locks
I don't
of
know.
love.
I don't know who told him it looked good, but they lied.
Snap.
Well, tell us about how you met Justin.
Well, so Justin and I met through, so the both of us, we were part of this photography project that developed into kind of like a book, like a series of, I don't know, like there's, okay, so the project was called Wicked Sin, and there were characters of the Wicked Sin who portrayed or had different characteristics and skills, but it was a group of women assassins from across the world. And one of my characters, her name was Angel, and her skill set was she was the best sniper in the world, but she was also very religious. So kind of think of the movie Boondock Saints. My character was kind of like that. So everywhere I went, like I either carried a cross with me or I had a cross painted on my face, that sort of thing. And on one of the days that we had a photo shoot, he was there on site, and I was like, oh, he's pretty hot. And
Wait, we're talking about Justin, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually the interesting thing about this was I was actually going through a divorce during this period with my first husband, and I wasn't really looking to be with anyone at that time. I was like, I just kind of want to take some time for myself and, just do my own thing. But until I saw him, I was like, well, I kind of want to say hi. And so then after the photo shoot, then there's this guy named Paco who kind of introduced us, and yeah. Paco,
we know Paco very well.
Paco the man. But so that was back in 2012. And we've been together ever since, and we got married in 2014. So, man, it doesn't seem that long ago that we got married, but it's been, I don't know, I can't math right now, but a really long time.
Yeah. So I've known Justin longer than you've known Justin.
Oh.
But when I first saw him, I wasn't like, oh, he's hot.
Oh.
I was like, he smells like garlic. He's one person that I feel like he doesn't age. Like I said, he kind of, ever since I've known him, he's looked the same. Mm-hmm. Bald head. His eyebrows are very, I don't know if he shapes them himself or if they're just natural like that, but they're very sharp, his eyebrows.
Yes. Yeah.
Was that what did it for you?
Oh,
his
yeah.
Eyebrows?
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
I imagine, like was he like doing monkeying around and like, because he's very, I don't know the word I want to use here, but he's very agile and athletic.
He's a jungle boy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, actually at the time when I met him, he was in a tactical outfit. So like in his army gear and stuff. And yeah.
That was a costume. he bought it from my work. That wasn't real.
Oh, okay. God dang it. You lied.
It was a boy's size large. So. So you guys have known your husbands for quite a while now. Do you listen to the podcast at all?
When Lonnie plays it.
Yeah. Right, yeah, when he's like editing it.
Yeah. So you don't hear some of the things they say about you ladies, do you?
No.
Oh, interesting. You're going to want to have to listen to every episode now from beginning to end.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
No. They say some pretty bad things about you ladies.
Oh, snap. All
With
right.
that being said, that leads me to my next question for each of you ladies. And keep in mind, this is an entertainment podcast. But we'll start with you, Crystal. If you were to kill your husband, how would you do it?
I would do it pretty...
You got out a notebook. That's crazy.
I'm taking notes right now. Starting right now, just in case. No, well, first of all, I would probably do it pretty stealthy. I'd make it seem like, everything is normal. It's a good day. And, I'd take him somewhere, for maybe like dinner or something, and then drive out to, go see the stars and have him look at the stars and just tell him to keep looking at the stars. And then I don't know, like my weapon of choice would have to be like a katana or something.
Dang.
Because we have them around the house, so why not?
You're going to make sure that nobody can find that body.
Yeah. And then since we're pretty much out like in the middle of nowhere, then I could just bury the body right there and then be like, all right, well, I guess I'll go back home. So
you do realize Justin's never going to go on a car ride with you now to look at stars after hearing this podcast.
Yeah, just look at the flowers, honey. Look at the flowers.
Why are you bringing the katanas with you? Now, Tracy, I'm very interested to hear what you're going to say. She's probably going to get really detailed.
It's going to be way better than mine.
Yeah. So how would you kill Lonnie?
Well, if it were anything possible, I would let Freddy Krueger kill him because that would make him happy.
She's still thinking about him.
She is so positive.
I still want him to be happy, even though I'm going to kill him.
I think the easiest way to kill him would be poison because I prepare most of the meals in the house.
Oh.
Wait, I eat a lot of the stuff you make too, so now I'm going to be very leery.
That's a good point because now I should probably poison the garlic.
Oh my.
See, there you go. Never have to eat garlic.
Yes.
We're going to have a garlic count on the... I don't know. I think it would be very hard to kill somebody you love, but just so you ladies know, this is evidence. So if the FBI does come to me at some time when either of your husbands are missing, I will have to hand them over this audio.
Fair enough.
All right, so let's get on to our first topic here. That was a fun way to introduce you ladies here. Now, this one, I'm really going to take advantage of having women on the show here. That's one thing I think is missing from this podcast is women's point of views on things. And, so I went to Esquire website, and they had like 1,000 fun facts about women that you didn't know. Mm-hmm. And that's where women got to send in their own things and stuff, facts or whatever. So I didn't do 1,000 of them. I narrowed it down to about 30 or 40 or so of them. And I'm going to read them, and we're going to kind of talk about it. You ladies will kind of tell me if it's true or not for you, your lifestyle or whatever. And these are all out of whack, these numbers. So we're going to start with this one. It's number 989 on their list. And it's when it says we and stuff like that, it's talking about women. So
okay.
We appreciate when you keep your condoms within close reach from the bed so we don't spend 10 minutes waiting naked while you search for them.
I suppose that would be a valid thing, yes.
Man, yeah.
Certainly wouldn't want to wait 10 minutes.
That's a long time. What the hell?
Probably be asleep by the time.
I know.
Yeah. Nope, I'm over it now.
Yeah.
Out of the mood if you were even in the mood to begin with. But I mean, you're married, so condoms really don't exist in the house anymore, do they?
No,
that was Moxley joking. That wasn't one
right?
of the women. That was right on cue.
Moxley already knows there will be no other children.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll check that as That is true. Number 944. We kind of wish we could chest bump too.
I already do that with my friend Kim at the gym. Actually, we hit each other on the chest right before we do a heavy set.
Wow, like smacked each
yes,
other really hard.
Yeah, like I've left like a handprint on her chest before.
Jeez.
And she's done the same thing with me too.
That really pumps you up to do that?
Oh, dude, yeah.
And do you do like, man, like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, pretty much. We're the bros in the gym, and everyone looks at us like we're crazy, but whatever.
Tracy, do you wish you could chest bump, or do you chest bump?
I don't, but it doesn't sound like a bad idea. It'd be fun.
If you ever do chest bump, have somebody record it, because I want to watch the first time Tracy chest bumps. All right, number 964. Sometimes we want to be treated like a princess. Sometimes we want to be treated like a sex object. It's up to you to figure out which one we want at any given moment. We aren't going to tell you.
That would be rather unfair.
Yeah, well, and I would never want to be treated like a princess, because when I think of a princess, I think of like, flowers and, jewelry and all that fancy stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
never, really not
for me
fancy.
Really?
No.
What is it then? What is it that you ladies like?
Food.
Yeah,
Give me food.
absolutely.
I am learning so much already. And that was only the third one. But if they were to give you flowers or jewelry, would you appreciate it? Would you like it? Or deep down you're just like, I don't know about this.
I just don't see the point in flowers. They die.
Yeah.
And then, you spent $30 on this thing that was pretty for 2 days.
Right.
And if it's Valentine's Day, you spend $60.
Right. It's not okay with me.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, it's got to be reasonable. Like, it doesn't matter, like, just food. Food to my heart is the best way.
Particularly chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, what is the food of choice that would get you in the mood, I guess, is the word I'm looking for.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Cheesecake is fantastic.
You do know we have some cheesecake in the fridge that's right next to you. And I'm not even lying.
Oh, I love cheesecake. Yeah. And actually, cheesecake with coffee is a really good combination. It sounds weird, but like you get the bitter and the sweetness of both, and you mix them together. Not mix them together, but you eat and drink
Take a bite and then take a swig.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually really good.
See, I've never been a fan of coffee.
Oh.
But hot chocolate? Yes. Have you tried hot chocolate and cheesecake?
That would probably be okay. I don't see.
We'll have to try this. We'll have like segments where we bring you ladies back and we'll try random foods.
Yes. That would be awesome.
All right, number 896. Not all of us envy the whole peeing while standing thing. Seems pretty messy.
Yeah.
You both really are thinking about that one.
I mean,
both of your eyes
that
simultaneously
would be
looked up.
super useful, like at a concert. You know, we do this 3-day outdoor concert in Chicago, and I don't want to touch the porta potties on the third day. Are you kidding me? So
You'd have to have like a pulley system to hold me over the toilet.
So, yeah, that could be useful sometimes, I would think. But
well, and then if you're out like camping or something, you don't want to squat in like what could be poison ivy or something and have.
That'd be lovely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, have your nether regions just be all on fire and stuff. No thanks.
Nether region. I think that's the first time that word has been used on this podcast. It took us 29 episodes to get there. Nether regions.
There you go.
Wait, when you squat down, like if you're in the wilderness, like you squat in the grass and bushes and stuff like that. Like I thought you just hover over them.
Well, I mean, you sort of hover, but I mean, you're still squatting at the same time. I mean, I don't know.
You're like closer to the ground than you would be if you were standing.
Right.
That's true. I think it's funny the topic we're talking about right now, and like the kids are all like, "Wow!" Oh boy! All right,
trying to keep him quiet with goldfish. Yeah,
no, it's all good. This episode is about the wives and the kids. So, all right, number 726. We will be jealous of any picture of you and another girl. It doesn't matter who she is. That doesn't, Tracy, the look on your face, I don't feel like you get jealous.
Oh, sure I do, but not, I mean, there's plenty of people like Holly and Shauna and you know, could take a picture with Justin's wife and all that, and it wouldn't matter.
I was going to say, Lonnie probably doesn't have many women that take pictures with him.
Oh.
I have to give it to them when they're not here. Sorry. They make fun of me.
There's one chance to not
Yeah.
have someone around to defend themselves.
Right.
You know?
Until they listen to this, episode 30 is going to just be a bash on Jeremy episode, probably. So, what about you, Crystal? Is that?
I mean, she's like pretty. I mean, I wouldn't like be like, oh my God, who is this person? I'd be like, you know, who is she? Like, she's really, really pretty, or, you know, whatever. But I don't know.
You would be doing that just to find out more information so you and your katana could sneak over and kill her.
Right. Kill both of
Where
them.
does she live? What is her address?
Where does she work
Which
at?
room is hers?
Like when we bought the house just a few days ago, the realtor had a secretary that I'd been talking to on the phone, and she was outlandishly pretty. And we both left and we're like, was that girl unreasonably pretty? Like, she was ridiculous.
It's funny you mentioned that because I think there is actually one of the things later on the list is about that exact same thing. So, all right, this next one I starred because I think that this might be really important for male listeners to hear the answer to this one. So it says, if that piece of clothing does indeed make us look fat, simply say, it's nice, but you don't look comfortable in it. Most of the time, it's true. Because that whole age-old thing of like, do I look fat in this? No, you don't. Like, is that a more positive thing to say?
I would much rather be told that it doesn't look great because I'm going to leave the house in it if you say it looks okay.
Right, yeah. Or, you know, just tell us nicely that, you know, it just, doesn't look good on us. Instead of just coming out straight saying, oh, you look gross and fat. Like, then I would...
Any guy that would say you look gross and
They're in trouble.
fat probably deserves the divorce papers right then and there.
And that would make me self-conscious for a very long time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right. Number 361. Men cleaning around the house is actually incredibly sexy.
No. I mean...
I think it would be stress relieving, and it, like when Lonnie does the cleaning around the house, and it's a nice surprise to come home and it's clean.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great! I don't have to do that now, so we can do something else more fun.
But seeing him with like a vacuum cleaner going doesn't like,
No.
I want him.
No, not really. Like, I don't know. I'm sure Justin would probably try to make it all sexy and stuff just because of the way he is, especially when he's dusting.
The way okay, wait a minute. Elaborate on that, especially when he's dusting. He tries to make it sexy.
Well, I can see him trying to make something like that sexy.
Does he put a French maid's mini skirt on?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I would. I would 1000% be opposed to seeing Justin in a French maid outfit.
Well, if he does wear one of those, then I'll take a picture for you.
We'll post it on the Boundless PodTrap page.
Yep.
And we'll go from 300 and some likes back down to 100 likes. All right. Number 460. You will lose points every time you use the word pussy.
Lonnie refuses to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should listen to podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
He finds it to be too vulgar and gross. I'm like,
I mean, both Justin and I, we joke around when we say that word, and I'm not going to say that word because we've got kids around, but whatever.
Oh, so make me feel bad because I said it.
Yep.
They're not even paying attention right now.
But like, yeah, we both joke around with that word, and so I mean, it doesn't really bother me all that much.
All right.
Yeah.
My goal is to get Lonnie to say that word in a future episode. And then I want you to raise all hell. Like, I was listening to it, and I can't believe you said that word.
yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I'll pretend for you.
Okay. All right, this is another interesting one, I thought. Number 563. Some of us wouldn't mind going to a female strip club with you from time to time and have you buy us a lap dance or two while there. That was a big sigh, like a big deep breath from both of you thinking about that one.
Well, I mean, like I'd be okay with it. I'm sure Justin would probably get some arousal out of it, whatever. But I mean, if that's like his end goal, then sure, I guess.
You just have to, you agree to go with him to a female strip club, and then you make him go to a male strip club. But for some reason, I think he wouldn't have a problem with that.
No.
Especially if you watch the movie Unemployed.
Exactly.
Tracy, what about you?
I wouldn't mind going to the strip club. Like, we watched Rocky Horror at the gay strip club. And
I'm not talking the gay strip
well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, and one of the dancers gave Lonnie a lap dance, and I thought it was hilarious.
And they retired shortly after. That was their last lap dance.
And they were never to be seen again, no.
No, don't take offense to this, Tracy, but I feel like you would, like, faint if you went. Like, I just don't see you going to that type of place. Like, I don't know a lot of your backstory, but I just know the woman I've known for the past year and a half. And
Sure.
It's like, I just don't feel like you would step foot in a place like that.
I haven't gone, but it wouldn't bother me.
All right. That's audio evidence.
Yeah.
We are
Totally
going to
good.
do a video podcast and take you there. So
With one of the kids screaming in the background.
yes. God, that's so weird. Number 838. It's not that we like flowers themselves. It's that the flowers mean you're thinking about us, and we love that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I said, I wouldn't want the flowers, but, bring home a cupcake or something, and that makes me happy.
Food is the way to the woman's heart. That's
Yes.
the
Yes.
whole meaning of this is why I've been single for 20 years. Close to 20 years. We'll get to that later.
We're going to fix that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to fix that or fix me?
Oh,
Which one? All right, number 925. We love when you're in the mood, but we don't love it when you grind up against us as we are cooking or brushing our teeth or what have you.
I can just picture that, like, while I'm brushing my teeth, Justin's behind me, like, oh, yeah, you ready to go? It's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to get myself ready for work. I don't know what you're doing. Stop.
I picture him grinding on you so much that his crotch is just raw all the time.
A raw
You have a
crotch.
spray bottle, you're like, get away.
Down, boy, down.
And it just makes him go at it even harder.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I hope not.
Tracy, I bet you like the grinding, don't you?
I get more of the random boob squeezes. It doesn't matter where I'm going.
From Lonnie.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Not just.
Yeah, she gets the boob squeezes. I get the ass squeezes. So,
Okay. I get both from them, just so you know.
Ooh,
Nice.
all right.
Don't be
All the loving.
jealous.
Double dipping.
All right, number 972. We should get to pick the baby's name, and it won't be your mother's maiden name. I don't know about that last part, but
Yeah,
do you think it's right for the woman, since she goes through all the labor pains and all that she should be able to?
Well,
name
if
the
Lonnie
baby?
got to name Moxley whatever he wanted to, it was going to be Doc Boy 2.
What?
Yeah, he's been insisting on this since I've known him.
Doc Boy 2?
2. There's not a 1. I've asked him before.
Did you know that he was naming a baby and not a boat?
Right? So when he brought up that he liked Moxley, I jumped on that.
You're like, okay, yeah, let's stick with that.
Absolutely.
So you were the one that came up with Moxley then, and he just agreed with it, or you said he?
No, he
said,
he came up with it as a suggestion.
Okay, gotcha.
And of the ones that we had a whole list, but of the ones, that was my favorite. So
Now, Zora and Maya are your Crystal. That's you and Justin's babies. Did you pick those? Those sound like Justin names to me.
Yeah. Well, so he actually came up with the name Zora Vel. So that's her full name is Zora Vel. And then I think, if I remember right, I think I was maybe the one that kind of came up with Maya, but then he added like the Anka part to her name. So it's Mayanka.
Of course he did.
Yeah, just to make it unique. And so, I don't know, like when it comes to names, we try to be equal with one another, like trying to pick those out. But he's the more creative one. So if he can come up with something and it sounds awesome, then whatever. Well, I'm game.
All right. Now, Tracy, you said you're done with the one is enough.
yes, he was a bit of a torture to get here, so that was good for me.
Are the 2 girls enough for you, or do you?
Yes. Yeah, but I know Justin.
They're not listening. Don't worry.
I know Justin wants to try one more time for a boy, but I don't know.
I would laugh so hard if it was another girl.
I know. I would laugh my ass off too. Be like, well,
We'd have to make a sitcom out of that. I think that's been made. already. What was that show? It was like a 70s or an 80s or 90s show, and it was like a dad, and he had like 8 daughters. It's just like, man, I feel for that guy. Because they were all like teenagers. And
oh my gosh. Oh, I couldn't imagine having 8 daughters and having them all right around the same age. Like, I wouldn't have any hair left. I would look like Justin.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, it's true.
Why would you look that bad?
Oh, snap.
The best part is he is here in
the
studio, and so he's hearing everything I'm saying, and he's just got a smirk on his face.
Yep, he's got to suck it up.
Now okay, Moxley, you just scared me. He just like touched my leg. I didn't realize he was right there.
He's coming to hang out.
Oh,
don't grab there.
You have a phone. It's his favorite thing.
All right, so this one's an interesting one that I'm kind of curious to hear the answer to. Number 748. We don't actually wear matching bras and panties most of the time.
Oh goodness, no.
Yeah, no, that's just too much work.
No.
That's too much work. Yeah, and actually, I don't even really wear regular bras. I've been wearing just sports bras for like the past 2 years because for me, like, I don't really have much there anyway. So to wear a regular bra. So for me to wear a regular bra is like super uncomfortable. So sports bras for me.
I hear you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no reason to be stabbed by underwire and all the torture devices they've invented.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing that the bra is like a very important part of a woman's wardrobe, and it really hasn't been reinvented over the years. It's
Not
kind
really.
of been the same thing. And
yeah.
That's just interesting because I hear a lot of ladies complain about that. Mm-hmm. And so what would you do differently for the bra to make it? This makes me sound like a pervert, like this asking that.
There's got to be a way to reinvent it to make it not so awful.
Yeah, like what Tracy was saying, like the underwire thing in the bra, like that's just super uncomfortable. But I mean, they have come out with bras that are, pretty seamless and sleek, and it doesn't it's just the padding is there, and it looks like it provides more support. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want to spend like freaking $30.
Right.
On a freaking bra. I just might as well get a 3-pack for like $10 at Costco.
I was just going to say, I've never looked at the prices of bras, but...
It's ridiculous.
I don't need to look at the prices of them yet, but maybe when I get older. All right, number 535. We prefer an arm around us over holding hands pretty much any day.
That's kind of a weird question.
Let's just put it this way. Do you prefer more to have the arm around you or hand holding?
I think I'd rather hold his hand.
Yeah, because just like, I don't know, for me, especially when we're laying in bed and he tries to kind of, snuggle up towards me. I just
grind
get
up on you?
Yeah, right, yeah. Yep, again, no. I get so hot because I'm already a warm-bodied individual. So I would think for him to have his arm around me, that's just like already too much body heat for me. So if we're able to hold hands, like we can actually kind of separate or distance ourselves but still be connected, I'm totally fine with that.
You said Tracy holding hands is more your thing.
Yeah, because, I can do that when we're driving in the car or going anywhere. And
is that more of a control thing? Subconsciously that you can control where he's going.
Get over here.
Make sure it doesn't
Not
get
the
lost in the store.
Number 699. We say we love scary movies so we can cuddle up with you.
No.
Okay. That was very definitive.
I just love scary movies in general.
I was going to ask you, Tracy, because Lonnie's a huge horror movie fan. Are you as well?
I was not when we first started going out. He will famously tell you that I shut off The Village before the end of it because I was so afraid.
No, really?
Yeah, he was pretty mad about that and made me watch it again.
Jeez.
Did you paint your door red after that?
No. But now I will gladly watch them.
So this one is actually a very intriguing one. Number 816. I'm surprised it's so high up on that list. I thought this would have been number 1. But number 816, 75% of the noises we make during sex are purely made for you.
I don't know if the percentage is right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, what percentage would you give it to the noises you make for them?
like maybe 30-40%.
That sounds more fair. But
Yeah.
it's also, I wouldn't say it was just for him. It's more, just keeps the whole thing going.
Right, yeah. It makes it...
Baby's crying.
I don't like that question.
That's so weird. I promise you the kids are watching a movie. They're watching kid shows when Justin's watching them. So.
But yeah, like what Tracy was saying, I think it just, the noises help keep the mood going, and, you know, it's just, but at the same time, I mean, it is fun, you know, and enjoyable. So it's not like all made up.
Yeah, not like they're suggesting.
Right, exactly.
You're just saying that.
Whoever wrote that question or came up with that, they watched too many pornos.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this question. How loud are they, your husbands, when...
Not at all.
Yeah, not really.
They're just quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quiet for the most part. Just, I don't know, Justin might make a grunt sound here or there.
Can you do your best impression of it? Oh, this is great. I love this.
He's shaking his head like, what the hell?
So much. Oh. What about Lonnie?
His face over. Oh my god.
gosh.
Oh shit.
Oh, man. Okay. Next question. Number 914. Even if we're cool with your telling us a girl is hot, remember who you're coming home to.
I honestly don't have a problem, like, if he comes home and says, yeah, I delivered to this really hot chick at her house or something. I mean, just as long as, like, nothing happened. I mean, obviously.
Right.
Fair enough.
But I would just, you know, just be like any other conversation. You know, when he comes home, he'll usually tell me how his day went or whatever. And if he's just like randomly like, oh, yeah, there's this really hot chick that, you know, I delivered mail to, and she seemed pretty cool. And, you know, we had a good conversation. And I'll be like, oh, all right, cool.
He's a mailman. How is he having conversations?
I don't know. Hi, bye. How's your day, ma'am?
I was like, we want a new mailman. He's too talkative.
He was late delivering our mail for like 2 hours.
What about you, Tracy?
It doesn't bother me a bit. One time we went to a concert. It was exceedingly hot and ridiculous, and we were just over being there. But they started calling it Breastfest, and they had a bunch of beads, and girls were walking around. Well, they said earning beads, and I really wanted to tell them that that's not how you earn anything. But Lonnie was, I kept seeing girls that were topless, and he's like, I'd keep missing the boobs. So we went on a boob hunt and walked all over until we stalked the frat boys, found the girls that were.
Oh, yeah.
I never understood that whole thing of showing your boobs to get beads. Do
Yeah.
these women realize like you can get like 144 beads for like $5?
Yeah.
Without having to show your boobs? I sell them at my work, ladies. I was actually in New Orleans for Mardi Gras one year for my work. That was the same time Mardi Gras was going on, was when the Halloween show was. And so we went to Bourbon Street on Mardi Gras. Crazy down there. But I'm telling you, that whole picture that's painted that it's just women flashing boobs. And so I didn't see a single pair of boobs. And any guy that was up on the balcony with beads trying to get women, none of the women would do it. So I don't know if times changed and women have more respect, I guess, for themselves, or if that the movies just portray it differently. But I was kind of, I don't want to say disappointed, but I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Not what you expected.
Even though my boss was like standing right next to me, and it's like, well, I can't really enjoy this even.
Right.
All right, number 859. We still like being asked out on a proper date.
I think for me, because Justin and I have been with each other for so long, like, I don't know, I would just laugh in his face if he asked me on a proper date. Be like, Madame, would you like to go on a date with me?
I don't know that. I don't know that the question's going that far.
Oh.
Madame. I would laugh in his face if he asked you out that way, too, and I'm not even there.
But, yeah, because, I mean, nowadays, since we both have kids, we'll try to do a date night at least once a month. And the nice thing of the gym that I go to, they have what they call Parents' Night Out. So it's usually on Friday night from like 4 to 8 p.m. You pay a fee for the kids that you're bringing in, and you literally just drop them off, and then you can go do whatever, and then just go back to the gym and pick them up at 8. So we try to take advantage of that, but like that's our date night out is for those 4 hours. But I mean, we don't like ask each other or I don't know, like we just plan it.
Yeah, I would say it would be really weird to be formally asked.
Yeah.
But we do try to make sure that there are dates. We at least get to go out for dinner or something. And
I think I'm going to talk these guys. They need to just surprise you two and do that one day. Just
that would actually
with
kind
a
of concern me. A chariot, like
Your
Cinderella.
chariot awaits, my madam.
That would actually kind of concern me, because then I would be like, what did you do? Or what are you going to do?
That's
Right,
weird.
what are you
like
trying to ask for
doing something nice, that's what the question that gets raised in your mind is, what did you do?
Yeah.
Oh, he's being sweet.
Yeah.
What did you F up?
Yeah.
Number 304. Yes, we walk around the house naked majority of the time you are not home.
No. I would say since I work from home, I'm pretty well clothed, but I'm not, like, it's just usually like a pair of shorts and a tank top. But I don't know. I don't ever find myself just walking around and be like, today's going to be a good day. Just standing there naked in front of my window or something. Like,
you do have big windows. So.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Now, and again, these are not my questions, just so listeners know. Like, these are just ones I randomly picked. All right, let's see. Number 521. If we are wearing white pants or shorts, we are looking to hook up. It's like a code.
I like how Tracy and our necks both went back like this. Like, what the hell?
I've never heard that before.
I know.
I was about to stop reading the question. I thought that was a weird question myself, but I'm like, well, if it's code, it's code. I wouldn't know. But yeah, I almost stopped reading the question because I saw both of your necks back. So.
Yeah, I mean, I do own a pair of white pants, but that's only because my friend gave them to me and they fit me. But honestly, I've never worn them out because I'm always afraid I'm going to get like barbecue sauce on them or something.
Barbecue sauce.
I'm for the exact same reason I have given up on white shirts because they can't stay clean and I'm over it.
Right.
Well, now I don't feel as
Well,
special.
I mean,
because
I am wearing a white shirt, but it's got Avatar stuff on it, so it's cool.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So this is the last question I'm going to ask from the Esquire website, number 328. Those little nonsensical arguments for us are fun. They give us a chance to see how you deal with things.
Can't say I've started an argument for fun.
Yeah. Yeah, usually there's a motive behind our discussions. I wouldn't really say that Justin and I argue, but there's been a few times where we've gotten like heated conversations. But yeah, I don't know.
See, like Tracy, how I don't see you really
I
arguing.
don't even know how really to argue if there was something to argue about.
I don't really see Justin arguing either. Like, I just feel like it would take a lot to get him.
Oh, it does. Like, I'll admit that I'm usually the hot-headed one, like the person that's yelling, which sometimes my voice does kind of raise just because that's the type of person I am. But like whenever we talk or discuss about things that we might not agree on, he's usually, he just talks like this, like, why do you think that way? And I'm like, well, because,
I will admit there's been more than one occasion where I think Lonnie and I have said, like, Crystal wears the pants in that relationship, Justin. So I have questions that after reading those that I'm going to ask. Do women really like dad bods?
I don't know. It depends on the person, I guess. I mean, and dad bod is just like a very generalized term. I don't know.
Chubby, he's chubby and...
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people go back to is, chubby, hairy chest, hairy belly, like not fit. But I mean, I don't know. But then some guys aren't actually dads, but people still refer them to as dad bods, which I think is just like really weird. I don't know. Just overall, I don't like that term.
To me, I feel like it's basically a term that's just saying you've let yourself go.
Yeah. Which
I've always had a dad bod my whole life, I guess. I guess even in high school, I was a dad.
I'm not good at, dieting and doing the best at taking care of myself. I'm waiting for Moxley to walk so I can chase him and lose calories.
That's the way to do it.
I'm not gonna blame a guy for not being able to eat salad all the time or whatever.
Well, and you just don't know the person's situation too. I mean, they could be in a position where they are trying to lose weight, but there could also be like something drastic that happened that they're just having a tough time to lose weight or get in shape or whatever. So it's like the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover, because you don't know.
Well, it's like me. I can't work out because of my heart condition. If I work out too much, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
So it's like I used to be able to work out, but even then I wouldn't. So.
You don't want chest slaps from me?
Come on. What do women really feel about beards?
I don't mind them. I mean, if they're well kept. I mean,
because from personal experience, I've been told like, "Oh my God, I love your beard," or "Gross." It's nothing in between. So.
I used to hate them, but mostly because Lonnie's beard was really short at the time, and so anytime he'd snuggle up next to me, it'd be so itchy. I'm like, I am over it. But
I know the feeling,
now
sister.
it's better.
He's let it grow pretty big. Like,
yeah.
This is the longest I've ever seen his beard.
Yeah, I think it's probably the longest he's really worn it.
Any plans of shaving it, do you know? Or trimming
No, I
it
think
down?
he wanted to keep it through the summer at least.
That's weird, because usually it's the opposite. You want to have it short and trimmed for the summer, and then the wintertime. Mm-hmm. Lonnie's an interesting fella.
He's always doing things backwards.
And I mean that with love. All right, another question for me. How often is it true when a woman says it's that time of the month as a reason not to have sex?
I live with Lonnie. He's well aware of when things are happening.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And I usually, I get feisty, but like a bad feisty when it gets closer to that time of month. And I would hope that Justin would kind of pick up on that.
He's not too wise to stuff like that. So.
Crap. I guess I just have to tell him.
He thinks I have a period.
Well, we got problems then.
Do women actually like it when guys always open doors for them and pull out chairs and all that kind of stuff?
I think it's a nice gesture, but I mean...
Only if I'm allowed to do it back. If I get to the door first, you can't be mad about it.
Right. No, you. Just go. No.
I know women that the few dates I have been on, I feel like I'm a gentleman. I open the car door for them, and there's a lot that are just like, this is weird. Stop doing that for me. And it's like, I'm sorry, that's how I was raised.
Right.
But I just don't think women like that kind of stuff this day and age.
I don't know. Women in this day and age is weird. I mean, so when Justin and I first started getting together, he's bought things for me, and honestly, I don't really remember if he's ever opened up a car door for me or, pulled a seat out for me. I guess I just never... It wasn't really that I didn't care for it, but it's just one of those things, like, if he happens to do it, then I find it as a nice gesture, but I don't, expect it, I guess.
Right.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Lonnie calls it the girlfriend test. If he opens the car door and I get in, if I don't lean over and unlock his door. And so it's become a race who can run around the car, or if I can reach across and open his door from the inside.
It's funny you say that, because there was actually one girl, when I would open the car door for her, she would actually lean over and unlock the door. And I thought that was the sweetest gesture in the world. And I thought she was going to be a keeper, but
Sometimes not so much.
So this is the last question before we go on to the next topic. First, I'm going to, do you ladies do the laundry in the house? Or is it a shared thing?
It's a shared thing. He does. I'll admit that he does most of the laundry, but sometimes it has like a funky smell because he just lets it sit in the wash for however many days. So I kind of have to rewash.
I think he learned that from Paco.
Oh, damn it, Paco. What the heck?
So this is my question to that then. And this is a weird question. And I just had to throw in something wacky like this. When you do the laundry and you're doing their underwear, do you inspect it for skid marks?
No.
Solid no.
Yeah.
Solid no from Tracy.
Just grab it, go. Grab it, go.
But we're pretty lazy in our house. I just open up the washer and we all throw the dirty clothes in it, and when it's full, I run it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a dishwasher.
Yeah, I don't sort them or nothing.
Oh, man. All right. So you don't inspect for skid marks. Got it.
No.
All right. Well, that was that one. Hopefully, any guys listening, you have a better understanding of some of those questions that was asked. Again, those were mainly from other women that submitted to Esquire magazine. So now we're going to go on to a segment called Dating Advice. I don't have any sound effects like Justin usually does for these things. You probably wouldn't. It'd be like, segue. It's like really quick and you can't understand what it's saying. So this is kind of like, again, taking advantage of having women here. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously I'm here because I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. Plus we need somebody to keep, what's spearheading? Is that the thing? Is that what it's called? Anyways, everyone's looking at me like I'm an idiot right now.
Well, and also if you would just, dropped three random people with your soundboard and all that, it's like, sure, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been 18 years since the last relationship I had. I've gone on dates since then. Mm-hmm. So, I guess this would be my opportunity to get advice from you ladies or pick your brain. Now, as I've said before, I was raised in a household with 2 older sisters and a mother. And I was kind of taught how to treat a woman. Mm-hmm. And so I'm one of those guys that I will hold the door open for a woman. I don't necessarily pull the chair out because that to me is just like weird. Like there's certain things that I just think like she's capable and fine doing that herself. I don't need to pull her chair out because it's like, then once she sits down, I'm like, do I try to scooch it forward? And what if I can't budge her? Then it's just like...
Oh, then it becomes awkward.
Yeah, you're trying to lift
So
her
it's
up.
just like, okay, there's 15 feet between you and the table. I'm not going to push you in. So I'll do the car door. I'll open doors at restaurants. I try to be a gentleman. But I've had lots of experiences where women don't like that stuff. I don't know if it's because they're just not used to men doing it for them or they just think it's weird. So that's kind of how I am. People have told me to try to change my ways. Don't be so nice. And that women actually kind of like being treated a little bit like garbage, which I don't agree with that necessarily. And I haven't really tried that either. So I know you're both looking at me like,
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
But I guess
how uncomfortable you'd be not being yourself with somebody like, if it's meant to last forever, you're going to really hate that.
Right.
What do women look for when they first meet a guy? Like when they finally agree to go on a date with a gentleman.
Yeah.
What are they looking for in that first date?
Respect. That would be my
respect. You made Moxley laugh there. Respect.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I guess one of the first things that I kind of look for is if they can make me laugh. Because I like to laugh a lot, as you could probably tell already. So
I have no problem in that area.
Oh, good. So we're getting a start here. We're going to start.
Yes.
Yeah. So as long as they have like the same sense of humor as I do, that's like a huge thing in my book. Probably the other thing would be like similar interests. Like with Justin and I, we're both huge Bruce Lee fans, and he was more so into capoeira, but I kind of knew it here and there and always thought it was like really cool that they could do like the flips and stuff like that.
Right.
And so that was like one of the topics that we would talk about quite often. And then of course, he was working to be a Pilates instructor. So, the whole health and fitness thing, both him and I were on that kick too. So yeah. So I guess like, for me, the top 2 things would be having the same sort of humor and similar interests. But then again, respect.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to have something in common with them to be able to go do and hang out. Like I said, Lonnie and I met at his concert, and we've been going to concerts for our entire lives until the last year when that got taken away from us. But
Damn it.
What are do's and don'ts for a guy on a first, and not necessarily a first date, but just when they're trying to woo a woman?
Sure. I would say one of the things is don't be overly nice, I guess. So an example, so one of my friends, she was wanting to date this individual, and he just kept on complimenting her on everything, you know, and she's like, you know, it's nice to receive compliments, but it's like, I don't need a compliment on everything that I do or that I'm working towards or whatever, you know, and it's not necessarily like I want to be told that I'm doing something bad. It's just like not getting those all that often, because she would literally get texts from him saying, oh, you're the best and you're such a hard worker. And, you know, he just kept on going on and on. She's like, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what to say to him, because she's like, it's just too much. I don't know how to respond to these, you know?
So be complimentary towards her, but not
overly.
So I could be like, you look beautiful tonight, skank.
Oh, that's a start.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Yeah, I would say compliments are nice, but having a conversation would be good.
Yes.
Like, what would be left to say?
Right, exactly.
If everything you say is like, oh, well, that's wonderful, and okay.
Yeah, so it's like, so what else do you have to add to the conversation?
Do women like being, like, having the guy plan the whole date? Does she like being surprised, or would you think certain circumstances, like your personal opinion, would you rather know what you're doing on the date? I think it'd be, for a guy, I think he should plan the first date. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. And I think that he should just take initiative and plan the whole thing, and she's there to go along. Like, it doesn't need to be secretive, but
sure.
At the same time, I think it's kind of, for the woman, I think it'd be kind of an interesting night for her to be like, oh, dinner. And then it's like, oh my God, where are we going? Oh, miniature golf. This is so cool.
Right. Yeah. It makes it fun for sure.
But I just feel like there's also women out there. It's like, where the fuck are we going?
Yeah.
I thought
especially if it's a first date and they don't really know you, like, I've been kidnapped.
Right. Shit.
Well, it's just like, and I planned a date like that once where I took a girl to a nice dinner. We were going to go to miniature golf. They were going to go walk downtown. She didn't like the place we went to eat. When I said miniature golf, she's like, can we do something else? So it's like right then and there, I was like, well, this whole date just went down the pooper.
Right.
So I finally was like, what do you want to do? And she's like, oh, can we go to like a bar or something? I'm like, no. I was like, bars are out. Even if I was a drinker, a first date or even like first few dates should not be at a bar where it's loud.
Yeah,
and
you can't hold a conversation and learn anything about anybody.
Exactly, yeah.
But then that helps me realize that the woman is probably not worth, because if that's her answer to everything, it's like, well, we're not going to get along.
Yeah.
That great.
Yeah.
So the last thing before we move on to, I got one other topic and then we'll play a game to wrap things up tonight. But what is most intimidating to women about men?
That's a good question.
The answers are on the ceiling, because both women looked up at the ceiling at the same time.
Having a ceiling fan? Shit. No.
Air conditioning.
Man, I honestly don't know, because I'm usually the one that approaches the person first. So I'm really not intimidated by a whole lot, I guess. As you can hear, my daughters.
Otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if there's really anything that I can think of, maybe how intelligent they are. So like if I never would have gotten with Justin, and say, for instance, I met a guy who was super intelligent. He just knew anything and everything about everything, and I didn't really have anything to say, then it would really be a conversation, and it would just turn into like a really awkward moment for me. And then that would probably be the end of that.
And maybe I didn't hear it correctly, but did you say if you met somebody sexy?
Oh, snap.
Oh,
I didn't say that. But, you know.
Justin, get that French maid outfit out.
Oh, yeah. Whoopsh. No.
He carries it in his backpack with him. Weird.
What? How come I didn't know about that?
What about you, Tracy? What intimidates you about guys?
I would find it intimidating if somebody was just unreachable, like if you can't add anything to a conversation, or if they, I wouldn't say put you down, because then you really wouldn't be with them anyway, but like somebody who would just make you feel small.
Yes. Yeah. Like you're not worthy, or, you know, they've always got to be like a one-upper. Oh, yeah. I hate that. Right. I hate that. It's like, oh, well, I went on a cruise one time. Well, I went on the cruise and in so many different areas of the world, you know, it's just, that's just an example. But
they have to be better than you.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate that, because then I'd want to punch them in the throat. So, yeah.
That's the spot. They say, is it the throat and then the nose are the two best places to punch somebody, because like it makes your eyes water if you get punched in the nose, and the throat just makes you gag.
Yep.
Yeah. Makes it harder for you to breathe.
So not the nuts. That's the least effective part. All right. So now I'm going to ask you some questions here. This is more along the entertainment side, because we do a lot. We talk about a lot of movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So just give me like a list of a few of your favorite movies that you enjoy, that are like your top of your list. Like you could watch them anytime, as many times.
Well, Justin knows this, but one of my favorite ones is The Holiday, with Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jack Black, and then I always forget the other person's name, but he's also a really good actor too. But
I hope you're not referring to Jack Black as a good actor, because he's one of my least favorites.
No, shoot, I can't remember his name, but The Holiday is one that I could watch over and over and over, which I have. And Justin gets like super irritated when I do that. But I would say The Holiday, What Dreams May Come, and Jude Law. Jude Law was the other person. My third one, Wreck-It Ralph.
That's a good one. That's the only one on that list that I've seen. Wreck-It Ralph. That's a good one.
Because that one
is beautiful.
Yeah, I've watched Wreck-It Ralph so many different times. Huh? Oh, Queen of the Damned. Oh, I do love that movie too. Damn it. I don't know.
I didn't mean like you had to stop at 3.
No.
This isn't
I'm like, this is so hard. I'm sweating.
Life or death, a gun at your head. These better be good.
Yeah. Queen of the Damned is one of my other really good ones too. And since we're kind of in that realm, I do like Dracula as well.
Like the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. That's all I can really think of right now.
I would say Empire Records. My babysitter used to watch that every day, and it grew on me. So we can watch that all the time. And Bubble Boy and The Money Pit.
Money Pit. There you go.
Yeah. If I am down and something's gone on, just watch The Money Pit. I will die laughing every time.
His laugh when the tub falls.
Yes, when the tub goes through is the best.
The best thing. That's a very underrated movie. I don't think a lot of people really, when they think of Tom Hanks movies, they don't think of The Money Pit. Him and, what was her name? The actress, not Shelley Long. Is it Shelley Long? Yes, I think it is Shelley Long. They were perfect. They worked together very well in that movie. So who is the one male celebrity? And before you answer, Crystal, I think I know you well enough to know who this is, but who is the one male celebrity you would leave your husbands for in a heartbeat?
Ooh.
Now, before Crystal, you answer, I'm going to take a guess at it.
Okay, what is your guess?
And I always mess up his last name, but Aquaman, Jason Mimosa.
Mimosa. Well, yeah, he would be one, but that's a very, very good guess. Right. So, yeah, man, when we first met him in person, he is tall. He's a really tall person. Because I think he's like 6'5" or something like that, but...
It's just his hair.
Oh, yeah, his long, luscious hair. That's what Justin misses. But no, if I had to pick one guy, it'd actually be Keanu Reeves.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. He just seems like a very chill, down-to-earth dude. And
he's super kind, too.
Yes.
There's all sorts of YouTube videos of how wonderfully nice he is.
I know. And he's always like really nice to his fans too. He's just like, hey man, how's it going? And he's like signing away, people's stuff. And I don't know, like, I think him and I would get along really well.
I heard that he's not really looking to find somebody because he had a wife, I think, and a kid maybe, and they died in a car accident, and he just doesn't want to have to go through losing somebody like that again. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, he is definitely an interesting character. As far as his acting goes, I feel like it's the same character all the time.
So he actually does a voiceover for a character in Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah.
And what's the character's name? Oh, Duke Kaboom.
Duke Kaboom.
Yeah, and even like through that character, like you can tell it's the same, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, well, he's acting the same way he's acted in I don't know how many years.
The first thing I remember seeing him in was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and that character is what I hear no matter what character he's playing. So Keanu Reeves is yours. All right, Tracy.
I guess I would say Diego Luna. Probably don't know.
Who's that? What was something they were in?
He was in Rogue One. I don't know if you've seen that.
Okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think.
He's the guy who dies.
Oh, maybe that's not who I'm thinking.
Well, they all
of.
die in Rogue One.
I gotta look it up now.
He was in Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights, and then that's probably the most known one. There's a bunch of lesser films.
Oh, this guy? Diego Luna?
Yeah.
Oh,
What does
okay.
he look like? Let's see here. Really? Okay. I know who he is now. Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
Yes.
The Terminal. Yes, because that name sounds very familiar. That's why she said that. We just did a movie review on The Terminal that he was in. So.
Oh right, yeah. You guys were watching that, and I was like, hey.
Well, it's good to know if these guys are ever in the Omaha area.
I don't think you'd forced us off that easily, but.
All right, so 2 more questions with this one. Who are some, and this can be a list if you want. It doesn't matter. Do we need to take a poopy? Okay. We'll pause right there if you need to change it. I was starting to get a whiff of something.
Got a change situation here. He's smelling a little questionable.
Okay, so we've got a couple more questions here before we get to our game, which I'm excited for.
All right.
So, and this, you can list 1, 2, 3, how many ever you want, but in your ladies' opinions, who are some of the sexiest female actresses out there?
Jovovich?
Oh, yes. I love her eye color.
Yeah, she's pretty stunning.
Isn't that like one of Lonnie's tops too, I thought?
Yeah, he likes her. Also
I'd say Mia Kunis. She's really pretty too. She hasn't really aged all that much.
Her voice can be a little on the annoying side at times. But no, very, very pretty. You know what I think is kind of funny here, besides your daughter choking over there, is when I asked you about the male, it took you a little bit longer. But when I said about sexy females, like especially you, Trey, you had one in the holster. I'm like, well, okay, you've been thinking about this a lot.
I would also say, Emma
Watson.
Yeah,
Okay.
Emma Watson. She's really
adorable.
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, I can picture her name. Or not her name. Oh my God.
Her face.
Picture her face.
I can picture her name too. Ooh.
This is going to bug me so bad. I'm on the spot right now. So it's like my brain's like, meow.
How about Keira Knightley?
Oh, yes. She's really pretty too.
Why am I drawing a blank on who that is? I know the name, but I can't picture the face.
She's Natalie Portman's like identical double, but younger.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Huh? Catherine Zeta-Jones. Who are you right now? You're not even part of this. You're the babysitter, and he's over there. Catherine Zeta-Jones. What was she? You don't even know like what she's in?
I do, but she was in an interview with Zach Galifianakis, Between the Two Ferns.
Oh, yeah.
She has blonde hair.
Are you talking about the lady that plays Captain Marvel?
No, not her. Oh, no, not Jennifer Lawrence, although she's pretty too. Oh my God, we're just gonna have to circle back around to that one.
Well, if you think of it.
Yeah.
So this will be a fun question here. Which female celebrity do you think would be perfect to marry your husband?
Oh.
And maybe a little reason why.
Well, the only person that I can think of is Justin's crush, what's her name again?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Since he was quick.
Yeah.
Talisa Soto.
Your daughter's going to weigh in on this one?
Okay. Yep.
What?
Yeah, Talisa Soto. She was Katana in the first Mortal Kombat. Oh. Well, she was in the first and the second one.
Okay.
Charlize Theron.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. Moxley doesn't like that one. He's like, no, she's
Charlize Theron, yeah.
She
was in I think it's Ghost in the Shell. I think that was her that played in that movie. But I mean,
is she the one that played in Italian Job? And then she played in that movie Monster?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know why I was thinking about her. So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely that would be your choice for who you like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's she's really pretty.
What I'm thinking of. Who did you say for Lonnie? Who would be a perfect?
Lonnie would like Natalie Portman.
I'm not saying what Lonnie would like.
Well, it would be a good fit.
Okay. Natalie Portman and Lonnie. Okay.
Yeah.
So just for fun, from what you know about me, what female celebrity would be perfect for me?
Ooh. What's the chick who played Harley Quinn?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You will.
Yes, I will.
Because she just seems like very spunky, and I think that's kind of also what you like in a woman. Maybe.
As long as she has the pink and blue hair from Harley Quinn, I would like that. Tracy? She's like Steve Carell. I'll take him.
I'll take anyone.
I think his humor is right on par.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was thinking about the Golden Girls. If you could do like an age shift, but
why does there got to be an age shift? I would choose Rose if I had to choose out of the Golden Girls. Like which one? It would be Rose.
Yeah,
because she's kind of wacky.
Oh, so. Okay. So yeah, I was a little spot on with Margot Robbie then.
You were.
Because she's kind of wacky too.
I would have never thought of her, but I'm going to look at her differently thanks to you.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to move on to our final topic. This is a game. We like to do games on this podcast. I think we do a little too many games, but with you ladies here, we're going to make this fun. As I'm trying to get a piece of paper here to keep score. So this game is called How Well Do You Know Your Husbands? Now, I had Justin and Lonnie both send me some facts about themselves that you ladies may or may not know about them. And so what we're going to do is I have 30 facts. I'm going to read them, and then you two are going to tell me if you think it's a fact about Lonnie, fact about Justin, a fact about both of them, or neither of them. So you have the 4 options there. Now you get a point for every one you get right. If you are certain that the one is your husband, I want you to say, I am positive that this is about Justin. And if you are correct, you get 2 points.
Oh.
But if you're wrong, you get a point taken away.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I'm going to read through it. You ladies are going to give me your answer. And then once we're done with that, then we're going to go back through and we'll let you know who was who. So we're going to start with question number 1. This is true. Yeah.
What the hell, man?
If this was your husband's, I would still be repeating myself 100 times here. All right. So question number 1. I have a thing. Now, okay, this is like not me. This is just the person that wrote it. So I have a thing for women with short hair. Definitely, Lonnie?
Yeah, I don't know if it's also Justin, but it's definitely something he would say.
So
I used to have hair.
Which makes sense. You got short hair. Oh.
So is your answer definitely Lonnie, or is it both?
I would not say both. She has hair and I don't.
You said definitely Lonnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lonnie just because she's got short hair. So that would just make sense.
Okay. Question number 2. Instead of wanting a car for my 16th birthday, I wanted a computer.
That feels like a Lonnie question.
Yeah. Well, he did get a computer for his 16th birthday.
Okay. Now, just remember, if you can say like your husband's name, but if you're for sure, you got to say it's definitely them to get that extra point.
Sure.
Number 3, my friend got me into the band AFI.
That's Justin.
Oh, well, then it's both of them.
Oh, okay.
Number 4, I used to do a lot of breaking and entering when I was younger.
That is definitely Justin.
Both of them.
Okay, shit.
We'll answer together.
Yes.
All right. Question number 5. I broke up with a girl by telling her that I found Jesus.
Neither.
No.
Neither? Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
He did. He was fibbing.
Number 6. I once told a group of my friends that I had a famous female porn star named Gina Davis staying at my house to gain cool points with them.
Man.
Are you weighing in, Moxie?
I'm gonna say neither.
Yeah, I would say neither on that one, too.
Okay.
It better be neither.
Number 7. I have been engaged 3 times.
I'm going to say neither.
Yeah, I agree.
Because just knowing what she said about Lonnie earlier, their relationship, and then Justin's dated a few chicks, but he's never really told me about any engagement, so I would say neither.
Now, before we go on, I need you ladies, when I reveal the answers, you have to promise me you cannot divorce your husband.
Well, there was a serious girl before me. He hated her, but
Sounds like
it
Lonnie.
could have happened as a peacekeeping. I could see.
All right.
And there was a girl when he was very young, so it's possible. But
So you know of at least 2 that he could have possibly been engaged to, not 3.
Well, other than, myself.
Okay.
He was engaged to me.
Number 8. I was first or second place in reading honor roll every year.
So I can give you that much. I don't know.
Now, you can guess Justin if you want. It doesn't have to always be neither or both or just
okay.
Lonnie. So you can guess Justin, just like you can guess Lonnie if you want.
Well, for that one, I would say neither.
Neither?
Not saying that he's stupid or anything.
Oh, you can say that. That's okay.
Lonnie does the math and I do the English. That's why I have a degree in English. So.
So what's your guess on this one, Tracy?
Neither.
Okay. Question number 9. One time I went horseback riding and my saddle wasn't tightened and I started sliding until I was upside down under the horse.
That sounds like that would be something that would happen to Justin because I know he's went horseback riding when he was younger. But that just seems like over the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with neither on that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened to a person.
Okay. So we're moving on to question number 10 here. These pages are stuck together, and I promise you it's not from me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Number 10. I once had a micro machine car shoved in my anus cavity, and it wouldn't come out on its own, and surgery was too risky. So for a year and a half, I had this car in me until it finally did pass on its own.
Jesus.
I'm going to go with neither on that.
Yeah.
Mainly
Neither.
because
Are you
surgeons
okay?
are totally ready for surgery. They don't second guess it.
If I had a micro car stuck up my butt, I would want it out ASAP.
Crystal was second guessing that first. I do kind of remember Justin. That's why he skips that aisle at the groceries or at Walmart. Question number 11. I owed a legit mafia member money because my friend ratted me out and told them I took money from them.
I'm gonna say Lonnie on that one. I don't know.
I'll go with neither.
Okay. Question 12. I gave my history teacher a 12-pack of Mountain Dew because he thought I was strange and I wanted to make him like me. So on Halloween, 3 of my friends and I looked his address up in the phone book and walked to his house.
Damn.
That could totally happen. The town we grew up in.
Maybe I'm going to say Lonnie on that one, too.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. It was a history professor that
Was
a girl? Or
it was a guy.
Okay.
I gave my history teacher a 12-pack of Mountain Dew because he thought I was strange.
Yep. I'll say Lonnie.
Okay. Number 13. I nearly killed myself jumping off a 2-story building, landing on my back only a foot away from rebar sticking out of the ground.
Justin.
Both of them then.
Oh, both then.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I often wonder how Moxley will survive to be 18.
Number 14. My earliest musical inspiration was Michael Jackson.
Justin.
Yeah, I would say Justin on that.
Number 15. My family once took in a man who we found injured on the side of the road on a road trip, only to find out he was running from the police after killing somebody.
Neither.
Jeez. Both of you shot that one down.
I don't think so.
No questions asked. Number 16. I once beat up a borderline mentally handicapped kid.
Oh, my God. I'd say Justin.
Oh, my God, Justin.
Well, see, we went to the school with all of the handicapped children. So it's totally possible that they would get in a fist fight.
So you thinking Lonnie?
Oh, I don't think he did. I don't remember that happening. So I will say neither.
Number 17. My worst fear are maggots.
That's Lonnie.
Oh, okay. I'll say Lonnie then.
Number 18. Dated my friend's little sister and he hated it. He owed me money and the moment he paid me back, I dumped her.
This sounds made up, but at the same time it doesn't.
I'm gonna stick with neither on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do neither.
Oh, I cannot wait to reveal these
Oh,
answers.
God.
19. I am attracted to women with tattoos.
I mean, I certainly hope so, because I've got lots of them,
I
and
know.
so does she, so we'll go with both.
Yeah, I'd say both.
Number 20. I helped deliver a baby when a woman started going into labor at the store. I assisted a doctor who was there.
We'll go with neither.
Yeah.
Lonnie barely survived our own.
Maybe from a traumatic experience?
Yes, a little bit.
And Justin be like, oh, bitch, I ain't got time for that. I got to deliver mail.
So you're going with neither as
Yeah.
well? All right, number 21. I prefer butts over boobs.
Oh, I would say Justin. I'm trying to think about from Lonnie's perspective.
I think we ought to go with both.
Okay, yeah, let's do both then.
Number 22. When I was around 12 years old, I was jumped in front of my girlfriend by 2 older guys in the ghetto. This is the song that was inspired by Elvis and his song In the Ghetto.
Go with neither.
Yeah, neither.
You think it was your dad, Moxley?
I think
Okay.
so. Okay, baby.
Number 23. Got suspended in school 3 days and almost charged with simple assault for breaking another student's arm, but his parents decided not to press charges.
Yeah, that was Lonnie.
Oh.
Was that a definite Lonnie, or you just think it's Lonnie?
Well, see, I don't know if you... I would say it was just Lonnie, because
Okay.
it was technically Jared.
Oh. I'd go with Lonnie then.
All right. 24. I peed my pants.
Oh, God.
Maybe get that question out.
I peed my pants in 2nd grade because the teacher left the room and told all of us not to get out of our seats for any reason.
Maybe both?
Yeah, it could happen.
I'd say I'll just go with both on that one.
Okay. Number 25. I once got into a fight with a mascot while they were in costume at a football game I attended.
I'm going to say neither on
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think so.
Okay.
Do you need that piece of paper? Because Moxley's about to use it like a flag.
You can use it like a flag. Number 26. I lost my virginity to someone 13 years older than me when I was 11 years old.
Justin.
Is that a definite, Justin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just take a regular Justin.
One regular, Justin.
One regular coming up.
Hold the hair. Number 27. I once had an orgasm from doing sit-ups in gym class.
What?
I'm going neither. I think.
But that sounds like something Justin would make up. I'm going to say neither, too.
Okay. Oh, are you going to be in for it? No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
shit.
Number 28. I had dinner with George Romero, who is the godfather of zombie films.
In Lonnie's dreams, definitely take George Romero to dinner.
I would say neither.
Yeah, I'm going neither on that.
Okay. Number 29. I went 2 weeks straight without ever pooping, and when I finally did, I tore my butthole and had to stay sitting for a week.
What? Oh my God. What?
Neither on that one.
You sure about that?
Pretty sure you'd get hospitalized first.
Well, if it's Lonnie, he doesn't like going there.
Yes, I'm aware. Drag him
Damn.
in.
You know what? I'm going to go with Justin on
All right. He has been sitting for quite a while now. So. Number 30, the last one. I am scared of the pitch black.
That's not Lonnie.
Yeah, I'd say neither.
Is yours neither, Tracy, or
Yeah.
you think Justin's scared?
No.
Okay. So I am going to tally these points up real quick. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies.
Okay.
All right.
So I have tallied the points up.
Oh, damn. That's
This
quick.
is a close one. The final score was 18-17.
Ooh.
Crystal, you had 18. Tracy, you had 17.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say you are not the mother. No.
So let's go back through these questions and let's find out stuff about your husbands that you did not know. Apparently.
Great.
So the first one was, I have a thing for women with short hair. Now, it could be both of them, but it was actually Lonnie that said this one.
Okay.
So Lonnie was the person behind that one. Number 2, instead of wanting a car for my 16th birthday, I wanted a computer. That was also Lonnie. So I think you were right with that one. Number 3, my friend got me into the band AFI. That was actually both of them.
Oh.
Number 4, I used to do a lot of breaking and entering when I was younger. That was Justin.
Oh.
He is now going to be going to prison.
Forever.
Lonnie fibbed. I could tell you lots of places he broke into.
Number 5, I broke up with a girl by telling her that I found Jesus. That was Lonnie.
What?
I could see him making that up, but,
I once told a group of friends that I had a famous female porn star named Gina Davis staying at my house to gain cool points with them. That was neither of them.
yeah.
Okay.
That was actually me. I did that in junior high. And the funny story about that is when they all wanted to come over and see her and I couldn't lie about it anymore. It just so happened right when we were walking up to my house, my sister was there eating lunch and she was going back to work and perfectly timed. She got in the car and drove off. So they saw her. So they, to this day, believe it's true.
Nice.
Unless they listen to this. All right, number 7. I have been engaged 3 times. That was Justin.
What?
Divorce.
What?
Crystal just threw a katana at him.
With my eyeballs.
Number 8. I was first or second place in reading honor roll every year. That was also Justin.
That's weird.
Crazy, because when he tries to read stuff on here, he sucks at it.
Damn.
Number 9. One time I went horseback riding and my saddle wasn't tightened and I started sliding until I was upside down under the horse.
That better not be Justin.
That was neither of them.
Okay.
That was another one about me.
Oh.
That happened with me and I held on the whole time.
Oh my God.
man.
How did you not get hit by the horse's feet?
Because it wasn't like running. It was just like walking. But I was probably like 8 at the time.
Yeah.
7, 8 years old when that happened. And my mom was in the horse behind me, and she was like, and like,
Right. Panicking, I'm sure.
I did not. Yeah. Number 10, I once had a micro machine car shoved in my anus cavity, and it wouldn't come out on its own, and surgery was too risky. So for a year and a half, I had this car in me until it finally did pass on its own. That was neither.
Okay.
And that wasn't about me.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, you're going to come around and say that was you too.
It wasn't about
Jeez.
me. Number 11, I owed a legit mafia member money because my friend ratted me out and told them I took money from them. Neither.
Oh, I missed that one then.
Number 12, I gave my history teacher a 12-pack of Mountain Dew because he thought I was strange and I wanted to make him like me. So on Halloween, 3 of my friends and I looked his address up in the phone book and walked to his house. That was Mr. Lonnie that did that.
Oh, okay.
He had a really cool Halloween setup, that history teacher.
So that's why he wanted to go.
Yep.
13, I nearly killed myself jumping off a 2-story building, landing on my back only a foot away from rebar sticking out of the ground. That was Mr. Justin sitting over there on the couch.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
14, my earliest musical inspiration was Michael Jackson. Again, Justin.
Whoop, whoop.
That's why he started bleaching his skin. Number 15, my family once took in a man who we found injured on the side of the road on a road trip, only to find out he was running from the police after killing someone. It was neither.
Was that you?
It was not me.
Okay.
So.
I know it wasn't his family because somebody in his family would be dead from this person.
Oh, okay. Number 16, I once beat up a borderline mentally handicapped kid. I almost don't want to say who this is because this was one of them. But Crystal, you're married to the guy that almost did that, Justin.
And I guessed that one right. Jeez.
Number 17, my worst fear are maggots. Lonnie, that's why there's no maggots in their house.
No, nope, not at all.
18, dated my friend's little sister, and he hated it. He owed me money, and the moment he paid me back, I dumped her. Lonnie.
Fair enough.
Again. Number 19, I'm attracted to women with tattoos. That'd be both of them.
This is good.
Okay, yep. That's good answer.
20, I helped deliver a baby when a woman started going into labor at the store. I assisted a doctor who was there. That was Lonnie.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, interesting. You're going to have to find that one out.
It was Justin.
What? No.
I know, I'm kidding. It was neither of them. 21, I prefer butts over boobs. Lonnie. No, you never said that. You did not. That was not what was sent to me. What number was that? Because this could change the whole game. 21. What did you say for that, Tracy?
Oh, it's definitely Lonnie. So yeah, it wouldn't change the game because it wouldn't change. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, now we're on to number 22. When I was around 12 years old, I was jumped in front of my girlfriend by 2 older guys in the ghetto. Justin.
Oh, poor baby.
They were 2 women, actually. I changed it to men so that he would feel. 23, got suspended in school 3 days and almost charged with simple assault for breaking another student's arm, but his parents decided not to press charges. That was Lonnie.
Yep.
It chokes me up too talking about it.
Yeah. The
Justin
kid
has to show you.
Well, fart.
the kid broke his windshield and him and his buddy broke his arm.
Jeez.
24, I peed my pants in 2nd grade because the teacher left the room and told all of us not to get out of our seats for any reason. That was neither of them. It was actually me.
Oh, man.
I went home for lunch that day, so I was able to change my pants. Yeah.
Jeez.
25, I once got into a fight with a mascot while they were in costume at a football game I attended. Neither. And that wasn't me either. 26, I lost my virginity to someone 13 years older than me when I was 11 years old. That was Justin.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know the story.
Yeah, it was a glare across the way. 27, I once had an orgasm from doing sit-ups in gym class. That was neither.
Okay.
And it wasn't me. I
Okay.
have to clarify this. That was just
You started a bad precedence with following those up.
28, I had dinner with George Romero, who is the godfather of zombie films. That was neither. That was a true story about me, though.
Oh. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It was very intimidating. It was at a horror movie convention, and he sat at my table, and I was like, holy shit. 29, I went 2 weeks straight without ever pooping, and when I finally did, I tore my butthole and had to stay sitting for a week. That was neither.
Dang it.
And my butthole's fine. So. And number 30, I am scared of the pitch black. That was Lonnie. Which surprised me that he said that.
Yeah, that surprises me because he wants all of the lights out all the time.
So that was a great game, ladies. You know your husbands pretty well, for the most part. When I said to them, I was like, I need some facts or whatever. They're like, they know everything about... Both of them are like, oh, they know everything about me. I'm like, everything... I highly doubt it.
We're going to have to talk about these engagements.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Well, anyways, ladies, it was fun having you here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now, I guess before we go, I'll be the spokesperson for men. Are there any questions you have about men? I know I'm a terrible spokesperson for the men, but...
Do all the men, or most men, I should say, use deodorant around their balls to prevent chafing?
Well, that's our episode for this. That I cannot say I've ever done anything like that. I would imagine that that's probably not a wise idea because that's a very sensitive area down there, and that could cause some burning. It'd just be like putting like icy hot down there, and that's not a good thing. So I can't say that that's really a thing. I'm sure some have done that, but Justin maybe. I don't know, but this guy, nope, and I never will. So. Tracy, you got to have a good question.
I'm thinking.
It doesn't have to do with the scrotum area.
Right.
Come on.
Ladies, that was fun having you here. Ladies, thank you for taking time out of your day to do this. Hopefully you had fun.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's nice to stare across at some women and not your husbands for once and have Lonnie's gross feet touching me because he normally sits next to me, and when he had the like bandages on it, his like feet kept touching my knee all the time. I'm like, stop it.
And he has to keep his feet elevated now, so you'd have to prop him in your lap.
Oh, that's not happening. We're going to make him sit next to Justin. So. Well, anyways, that was episode 28. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We enjoyed having the kids. Moxley's telling everybody bye until next time. So thank you, ladies, again. And for everybody else, we will see you. Well, not see you. You will hear us next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Join us next time for more absurdity that only the guys from the Boundless PodTrap can bring you.